All right, Shalom. I'm going to begin by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Wadash. All right, double honors to our beloved elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom to those elect, and shalom to all the Akim pushing this truth with sincerity. It's your brother Itazwan from the GMS Columbus, Ohio branch, coming back again with another video through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. And pretty much through the Spirit. Just wanted to do a quick lesson, okay? Or as I'm, Lord willing, gonna start calling them STTP, which stands for straight to the point, So a lot of these videos that come out from myself gonna be STTP. All right, as for me, the work season is peak in the summer. All right, later hours, earlier mornings. But again, pushing the spirit of diligence, posting daily is one of my main goals and focus. So, driving the nail, through and getting straight to it. All right, concerning the precepts, and trying to stay diligent, as that's our calling. Reading 2 Peter 1:10, I believe. All right, be diligent to make your calling and election sure. Okay. And like the scriptures speak about also in Revelation, hold on to what thou hast, okay, which is just truth, because it don't matter how much money you got, victuals, resources, etc. The only thing that matters is doing the work of Yahweh Shai, okay? But real quick, man, through the Spirit, I was meditating on this all day, all right? And it's patience, okay? And, particularly we go to this often, but it was real prevalent to me that I bring this out. All right, it's Sirach, the 2nd chapter, okay? And it goes into it, but let's just begin to read Sirach 2 at the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, right? You see, and that's, a given. Being in this ministry, you will be tempted. You will face temptation, adversity, okay? You will, have spirits mess with you, down moments in your life, etc. But all in all, we have to keep our integrity when we are in the midst, all right, of the fire, or when the Lord turns up the kindle on us, man, okay? In spirit, which that kindle for us spiritually is afflictions, man. All right, afflictions, financial issues, health, okay, spiritual attacks, so on and so forth. Those things are ultimately indicating that, the Lord is turning the fire up, refining you even more. All right. Verses 2, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble, right? As that's going to go in ladder, patience is key in this ministry, man. Okay? When you're enduring, you're ultimately practicing patience, okay? They go hand in hand, all right? Patience, endurance, you see? Because, like working out or, fighting, you got to have endurance, okay? Fight against, your mental weaknesses, that are, want you to haste or let go. You got to practice patience, which patience goes into suffering. Okay, real quick, let's look up this word, patience. 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 The online etymology says quality of being willing to bear adversities. See? Calm endurance of misfortune, you see? Suffering, etc. Patience, sufferance, permission. Okay? Enduring, submission, also indulgence. Leniency, humility, submissiveness, submission to lust, literally. Quality of suffering. You see? Jumping back, set that heart aright and constantly endure, you see? So patience and endurance go hand in hand. Make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, right? Like I said in the latter part, and make not haste in the time of trouble. All right, and I can speak for myself, man. You know, Jake is facing that adversity, man. You know, going through that, spiritual refining right now. The Lord, turning up the kennel, and not just myself, but all brothers, man. All right, the Lord is like I said again, refining, his men. Okay, as we draw closer to the end, it's turning up the kennel. All right, because what the final product, is almost done. All right. Verses 4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. See, be patient. All right, endure it, suffer it. All right, when thou art changed to a lower state, man. And like I said, man, story of my life right now, being in a low spot, low position. Got to deal with the humility and humble down. Okay, and just trusting Yahweh Shai, that he gets you over the humps, and things that, are vexing to your spirit, or, again, aren't, pleasant, at the moment. See? So again, man, patience is the name of the game. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Plain, man. So again, when we're facing these low situations, okay, or in these low situations, rather, okay, or a state of abasement, okay, that's why Paul, real quick, I know how to abase, abound, just like, yeah. If I could fucking spell. Yeah, it's so fucking crazy. Let's just get it here. Let's watch this. See how that even more come up. Philippians 4:12, it says, I know both how to be abased and know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full, to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need, right? So when you're in an abased state, use that word abase, see if it comes up in the etymology. Abase, reduce in rank, diminish, make lower in value or status, right? Lower oneself, literally bend, lean down, bring lower, right? On the lowest state, see? When thou art changed into a lower state, so you're abased, okay? But again, you have to endure it, suffer it, deal with it, and be a man concerning it, man. Okay? I think I have one more verse, a couple more verses I want to read. Verse 6 is, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Yeah, or ye that fear Yahweh wait for his mercy and go not aside, lest ye fall, right? Man, got to be patient. Got to suffer it. When the Lord got you out here hurting, like I said, he got you in a base state. You got to suffer it. Be patient. Okay? Got to be patient, man. Okay? You can't, veer off, lean to your own understanding, get yourself in a funky situation, so on and so forth, man. Just be patient. Look up, pray, and understand that things going to be all right. If you really trust in Yahweh Shai, things will be figured out. Okay? Because ultimately, the Lord has to, through the Spirit, deal with the balance. Okay? So he got you in the base state now, but, in due time, He will exalt you or increase you, little by little. All right. So that's it, man. Through the Spirit, first installment of STTP, straight to the point. Okay, Lord's will is edifying to whoever may receive it, giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Shalom.